Welcome back to Happy Chappy. So today we have obstruction. Um, so I'm going to do this in it's a story. I've an idea of what I'm going to say, but I don't know exactly what. But in the obstruction, we're going to base it on the negativity. And while we do that, hopefully you'll be able to see, or maybe I'll go into it, how we obstruct ourselves by the actions that we carry out. And so there's a bank robbery at one end of the town. While this bank robbery is going on, the police force is called in. Now, they're at the other end of town. And for them to get across town, the bank robbers have give you a job to set up on all the different roads they can get to the other side of town, to obstruct them and slow them down from getting to the bank so they can escape. Now, while you set up junctions on different roads and employ different people to operate these systems of obstruction, you will find that it becomes something that you're enjoying. You're active, you're carrying out a full cycle of doing things through thought, feeling, emotion, and actually putting it into action, that it actually feels good, that you're doing something that you've give a script to do and you're carrying it out. And so while you're carrying it out, it feels good that you're accomplishing it. And when you see the police force coming in to the areas where you've set up these barriers, it feels even better that you're blocking them. And you feel that you're helping the bank robbers get away and you're going to get paid out of it. So it's all feeling really good. But you know, and I know that whether the bank robbers are caught or not, by the time the police get there, it's all over. You get your share of the bank robbery, whatever. And so, what's the plan next? To go and do the same thing again. To get that rush. To feel good again. And all the time, it's brought into a negative way of feeling. Even though you're feeling positive about the negative actions that you are taking, you're always bringing yourself into a low vibration of negativity, which keeps you locked up in a way, in a cycle of doing things that is negative. While you feel that you're doing something that's good, you feel that you're helping others, but you're not. You're robbing others from outside of your small cycle. Not only are you robbing others outside of your small cycle, you're robbing they that you bring into your cycle from living in joy. And not only that, you are robbing yourself from that joy and happiness that you claim that is within you every time that you go to set up a robbery or block a passageway to stop the police from gaining access to the bank, the robbery. And so while you feel good about something that's negative and you build this up and cycle or cycles as you repeatedly end up doing it, as the enjoyment becomes satisfying in that negativity, you find that all that you do becomes that. all that circulates around your life after that cycle, it's related to negative cycles. And so you're never truly happy in what you do. You will get kicks, excitement, rushes that will keep you in that cycle of negativity. Will everything that you do from that one cycle that gives you the big rush will be trying to latch on to something outside of you to get that rush again. On the other hand, if you were on the police force and you caught the robbers and you arrested them and put them in jail, they would feel good for being in their job. They would feel good for taking away the danger of the streets. They would feel good for knowing that their family was safe from this kind of behaviour from these beings. They would know that they've protected other people outside of them. They would know that they're doing a good job. And so everything is on a positive side. Now, I'm no fan of the police whatsoever. But what I'm saying is to do what's right will bring more of what's right in your life. To do what's wrong will bring more of that wrong within your life. As you will see, it all becomes a rush. But if you're grasping for that rush outside of you, which give you that pleasure in what you've done, you will find that it becomes a pattern of cycles. Some are good, some are bad. Obviously, this was based on an extreme of good and bad, and positive and negative. And that when we get them heightened conditions, then we want more of it, whether good or bad. Because we're tricked into the vibration, into the rush that it gives us. While all the time it's really happening in here, in how we're viewing everything. And as danger, in a sense, gives you that heightened rush really quick, you will find it'll be easier to be trapped into negative cycles. Where something positive is a slow growing process. But the difference is when you're in a negative and you get the high, it drops down really quick. When you're in a positive and it grows slowly, but it drops down slowly as well. So you stay positive for longer times. So you feel better in yourself for longer periods of time. And the more you do that, the more you're going to feel good. And so, hopefully I've given an understanding of that, and what you choose to do will be what you are in a vibrational field. Whether you're on a negative or positive will be all how you're thinking and feeling and what actions is carried out from them thoughts and feelings. That the more you carry something out in a certain way will be the more of a vibration that you're in. So if it's going to be in a low state that gets quick high rushes, then you're probably going to be doing something negative all the time, where you're never going to really feel good, but get rushes here and there. Where if you're doing something positive all the time, you might find yourself to be way up here in vibration. And it will take a while to get up to here, but there's a real slow chance or a real slow process of you going back down to a low state because you've gained so much in how to be in that high vibration. So no matter what low vibrations come in, you've still got that high vibration of all that you've learned in that field to stay high. And not only stay high, but to add more to it. And just as that, you've got the same in the negativity, in the negative vibration. All that you've learnt in that is keeping you away from going up here. And as soon as you're going up into a positive vibration, you'll find that it's going up slow. And all that you've learnt in the negative is trying to pull you back down. And you will find that it'll be easier to go back down than to go up, because up is slow. Where if you go down, you could shoot up and come back down again. But you will just increase the growth in the vibration of that negative way of feeling and being, carrying out things that you do. And so, in a way, you will find that life won't be fulfilling, because you'll be looking for things to do to fulfill who you are in rushes. Will never really feeling fulfilled because you're in a negative way of feeling. Or if you're doing something that you truly love and enjoy in who you are, and you find that you're helping others, you will find that it is more fulfilling. It's slower to get there, but it lasts. It's not like something that's negative that you have to go rushing out to do negative things all the time to get that rush, while you're always putting yourself in danger. Anyway, this is just me going from my experiences of dark ways that I've lived in my life, and how they never done me any favours. And I've many reasons why I could go into the darkness now, but I've so much more reason to stay in the positive side of things, because I have seen them both. And I've seen what the negative ways and rushes, that what it does to you. I've left myself in states that I would look back at myself. Now, I don't regret anything that I done, but if I seen the version of myself back years ago, I would be disgraced in that person that I was. I would have no respect for them. Only because I didn't have at that time respect for myself. And so I carried out actions that wasn't beneficial to me. I got highs of stupid things. Got rushes here, rushes there, and feeling empty inside all the time, feeling broken. And then I started to see. What I was doing to myself. I started to see what others were doing to themselves. I started to see that it's not so easy to get into that high vibration. It is hard work. And it is slow. But it's worth it. If you can find one really good thing that you enjoy and keep at that, and expand out like a wave from that, growing it more in more good things that is for you. Not because you feel good in a rush, but because you know in the long run it's going to be better for you. Might be difficult to start something that you don't like because you've never done it before, but you know it's going to be good for you if you keep at it. And so you do that. You find something that's good. Something that you enjoy would be easier to start with. Something that you love doing and that you know is good for you. And then work from that. you will find, because you're enjoying it every time that you're in that experience, that other good things will come up at that time that you're in that experience. And then you can start going out to feature out into doing different things. So maybe it's something like you want to get healthy. And so you think, right, I'm going to start getting healthy food. And so you do that. And you feel better about yourself and the food that you're eating. And so then you start going for walks. Then walks become the gym. Then you start up a hobby. And you can see the process. It starts growing into different things. You start growing into more positive things that's within you while carrying them on outside of you. And you're not feeling empty in here. You're not having to go and get a mad rush out of something that you would do wrong. You just go to one of the things. If you're feeling down in any form, go and do one of the things that you've learned to do in the web that you created from the thing that you loved, and the things that you've grown from that thing that you love, to love other things. Growing in you. And so you feel good about you. And any time that you're feeling down in any form or any way whatsoever, then you know how to get back to that positive you. You go to the memory of everything that you've brought into you and what you've done and what's good for you. So you go to do one of them things. And then all the memories of all that positivity that you've created within you comes rushing back to you. So you feel good. But that's what we do in a negative way of being, because it's so quickly got to. And so it's easy. And everything that's easy, easy come, easy goes. I know, just my way of expressing, my way of changing in life from the darker side to the brighter side of life. And when you get there, you don't want to go back. Why would you? You see it all, you've seen it. Why would you go backwards when you can just keep moving forward? This happy chappy, love, and peace.